come down, his birth was of a virgin. Some think his miracles can be explained away. Some say that he was just a good man. And even though he died, he wasn't really raised. Skeptics rise and speak their lies. Truth is marching on. Truth is marching on. Down the corridors of time, invincible, divine, until all that's false is finally gone. Truth is marching on. There will always be cynics and scoffers. Faith has always had its noisy enemy. They will rise up, but only for a moment, as we see evidence through the centuries. Jesus Christ, the way, the life. Truth is marching on. Truth is marching on. Down the corridors of time, invincible, divine, until all that's false is finally gone. Truth is marching on.
These girls have just been so relentless, and I'm so proud of them. And I'd like to introduce just one of our walkers now to share briefly her story. Summer.
Wow, this is amazing. When I was 16 years old, I had my first abortion. I'm 3 times post-abortive. I can remember at the time just when I found out I was pregnant, being in a state of denial and thinking that, no, I'm not pregnant. So by the time I went to the abortion clinic, I was taken by a family member. I was almost 5 months pregnant. And the lady who performed my ultrasound, I can see my baby on the picture, and I knew that the baby was a boy. And she looked at me and she said, if you're gonna consider to have an abortion, you need to decide right away, or next week it'll be too late. And so we ended up making scheduling an appointment at that moment. And she began to describe to me the procedure of my abortion. And she said it would consist of a 2-day procedure. The first day would consist of you going home to contract for a child that you wouldn't get to hold. That's not what she told me, but that was the reality. And the second day you would come back, and we would suck your baby from your womb. I'm just putting it plain out there. And sure enough, that's what they did. They sent me home to contract for a child, my son, I wouldn't get a chance to hold. And when I returned, they finished the procedure. And the best way I can describe it is that it felt like every bit of my life and my organs and everything were being ripped from me. I didn't have any sedation. I was completely awake. I felt every bit of the pain. And so when I left from that abortion experience, I was so numb and empty. And then, because it continues, They don't paint the reality of what abortion is really doing to these women, to myself. They don't give you a full picture. So it continues. So 5 weeks later, from the date of my abortion, I was rushed to the emergency room. I was having severe cramps, and I found out that I still had remains of my son's bones left in me. And then I was not able to connect with the emotions and the pain that I felt. No one consoled me. No one let me know that it wasn't okay, that this was done to me. So I went on with life, and 7 years later from that day, I tried to commit suicide. I was in my room and I was faced once again with the decision of life and death. That same spirit of murder wanted to take my life. But God, I bless God, because He came in my room that day. He filled me with His love and His compassion and His mercy and His forgiveness. And I chose life on that day. And so I stand before you on the behalf of my babies, all my sisters' babies. Some of your babies, we walked 240-something miles. We say enough is enough. We say enough is enough. And I want to say to the women who've had abortion, God can forgive you. Be healed. Walk out your healing. I'm still healing. There's a baby. There's one of the girl's sons that's here. And he's a little boy. And when I see him cheering for us, it reminds me of my son and my children that are rooting me on and cheering me on. I am a mother. We're mothers that are post-aborted. And we're mourning for our unborn children. Thank you.
Down the corridors of time, invincible.